Hello! So for my video today, I wanted to try something a bit different now that we've finished up with that Bible study series that we just wrapped up. What I wanted to do is to have a time of guided prayer. So basically what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be reading a prayer, and then what I'd like you to do is to either look at the pictures on the screen, close your eyes, whatever feels comfortable for you, and just pray along with me. And today, what I want to pray for is our medical workers, our medical professionals. Because while in South Carolina at least things appear to be slowing down, the coronavirus pandemic is still absolutely a real thing, absolutely a scary thing at this point. Here's some numbers I got just this morning. South Carolina has 4,608 cases. There were 22 new ones in Greenville County alone just yesterday. In the U.S. as a whole, there are 891,000 cases, 50,401 deaths. And just yesterday, around 1,000 people died just in the U.S. from this pandemic. Our medical workers are on the front lines of it. They're dealing with this in mental and physical and emotional sorts of ways. In South Carolina, I've heard that a lot of the hospitals are really slow, actually, but other places that is not the case. My mom works up in Baltimore, and stuff's kind of crazy up there. New York, of course, horrible things going on there. So if you would be comfortable with this, join me in praying for those medical workers. I'm going to be reading an adaptation of a prayer from a book of prayers by Doug McKelvey. So if you would, join me in prayer. O Christ, our healer, there is no end to malady, sickness, injury, and disease in this broken world. So there's no end to the line of hurting people who daily need the care of our medical workers. Therefore, give them grace, O God, that they might be generous with their kindness, and that in this healing and caretaking vocation, their hands might become an extension of your hands, and their service a conduit for your mercy. It's not often an easy place to be, so near to suffering, to injury, to pain, to emergency and fear and confusion, sometimes even to dying and death and grief. But we believe that it's exactly the sort of place that you would be, O Lord, among those who hurt. So let their practice of medicine be centered in an understanding of your heart. Let them practice medicine because you are a healing God who feels compassion and extends mercy. Let them practice medicine because you are near to those who are in need, to those who face grief and loss. Let them practice medicine as a willing servant of your redemption, pushing back by means of their vocation the effects of the fall. Let their presence in this place lend a human face to your compassion. Even when their schedule is crammed with appointments or rounds or duties, let them never view their patients as mere tasks on a to-do list. Give them grace, instead, to be always, even in their briefest encounters, attentive and responsive to the hearts of human beings made in your image. Let them extend kindness and mercy, even to those who are too angry or too frightened or too bitter or in pain to respond with anything but venom. Let the medical professionals especially love them, because they suffer, even more than from a physical ailment, from a lack of understanding or experience of your overwhelming grace and your mercy and your love. Let their time with the medical workers be to them a taste that might awaken a hopeful hunger in their hearts. They can do none of these things on their own. Apart from your grace, they have no grace to give. So give them your grace in greater measure, Lord. Let them find also, in the midst of such constant need, a rhythm of service and rest that will enable their own souls to be tended and nourished, so that in the time that they spend with patients, they'll have a deeper repository of patience and kindness to share with them. Teach them how to better balance their duties and their days, so that this work would not make them absent from the lives of their family or their friends or their church. Let the medical workers be well woven into those communities and those relationships, enjoying ample time with them, being available to them, caring for their needs even as they allow others to care for their own. Let them never be so consumed by their vocation that those closest to them suffer negligence. Let them not just be a doctor or a nurse or a medical provider, O God. Let them be ministers of your healing, ministers of your compassion at work in your world. Let them be a living witness of your love expressed in a practical care of people. Let them be your disciples in this place, at this time, among these people. So give grace, Lord Christ. Give them grace this day and all days, that they might serve you well by loving and serving others in this healing trade, ever laboring in view of that day when your kingdom will be fully realized at the great mending of the world, the great ending of all ills, all sickness, all disease. Let them play a small part in that great work today. Amen.